Days of Our Lives spoilers for March 26th. Guilt, secrets, and the pain of the past shake Salem to its core. Let's dive into what's happening in Salem, and why you won't want to miss a single moment. Doug's heartbreak. A good man's guilty conscience. Longtime fans will be moved by the emotional struggle of Doug Williams, played by Peyton Meyer, who is facing the consequences of a deeply misguided decision. Doug recently took Alice Horton's treasured necklace, a sentimental family heirloom that had been in the Horton family for generations. While he meant no harm, the act was still a crime, and it's weighing heavily on his conscience. Doug is not the kind of man to make excuses. He knows what he did was wrong, but he also knows it came from a place of desperation and grief. His beloved Julie, the legendary Susan Seaforth Hayes, is furious and heartbroken after discovering the truth. She called him out immediately, reminding Doug that honesty is the cornerstone of the Horton legacy. Yet Doug now finds himself asking a painful question: why should he be punished so harshly when all he wanted to do was hold onto a memory? To make things right, Doug takes a heartfelt step. He tries to buy the necklace back. His remorse is genuine, and his determination to fix the situation is admirable. Unfortunately, that road to redemption is blocked by a familiar face with a cold heart: Melinda Trask, Tina Huang. Melinda's ruthless refusal, holding happiness hostage for many in Salem, Melinda has long been a thorn in everyone's side. Now, she's proving just how ruthless she can be. After acquiring Alice's necklace at an estate sale, Melinda flat out refuses Doug's pleas to sell it back, despite knowing the deep emotional value it holds for him and the entire Horton family. Her reasoning? She simply doesn't want to. And in true Melinda fashion, she revels in her power. This isn't just about a piece of jewelry, it's about legacy, love, and forgiveness. But Melinda, ever calculating, seems more interested in causing pain than promoting peace. Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimus, sees through the coldness and wholeheartedly agrees with Doug. This isn't justice. It's cruelty masquerading as legality. Tate's shocking secret and Holly's anger to come. Meanwhile, young Tate Black, Leo Howard, is harboring a secret that threatens to destroy the fragile peace between him and Holly. While Doug is being blamed for the chaos surrounding the necklace, the truth is far more complicated. Tate is the one who threw the coin that set the entire incident in motion. Rather than come clean to Holly, the girl he's desperately trying to impress, Tate confesses to Sophia, Rachel Boyd, a girl not exactly known for keeping secrets. It's an impulsive, foolish move that may come back to haunt him. Can Sophia be trusted not to use that information to her advantage? Holly is already struggling to trust Tate, and when she finds out what he's been hiding, it may be the final straw. And let's be honest, Chanel and Johnny may want to reconsider their hopes of raising a child with Tate as the father. His decisions are reckless, and he's nowhere near ready for fatherhood. The dark truth about EJ and Johnny's mother, one of the most explosive revelations in Day's history, is about to come to light, changing the relationship between father and son forever. Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, has been carrying a heavy weight. For years, he believed his father, EJ DiMera, Dan Feuereagle, was a complex man, power-hungry and manipulative, yes, but still his father. Now, thanks to a painful confession from Kate Roberts, Lauren Koslow, Johnny learns the full extent of EJ's darkness. Kate reveals the unthinkable. EJ is the man who raped Sammy Brady, Allison Sweeney, Johnny's own mother. The act was not only brutal and traumatic, but EJ also used the threat of harming Johnny's sister, Allie, Lindsay Arnold, as leverage. That vile moment in history led to Johnny's very existence. The news hits Johnny like a ton of bricks. He's horrified, disgusted, and furious. How can a son forgive a man who committed such a monstrous act against his mother? And yet, EJ, desperate not to lose his son forever, tries once again to explain himself, to make it right. But there may be no coming back from this. And if Johnny's clenched fists are any indication, EJ may be in for another punch to the face. Brady's fears in the EJ legacy. Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, is trying to make peace with his son's complicated life, but the news about EJ makes things even harder. One of the reasons Brady hasn't been fully on board with Tate and Sophia keeping the baby is because he fears what kind of legacy the child would inherit, especially with EJ as the child's grandfather. Now that Johnny is cutting ties with EJ, there's some hope. Brady, Chanel, Raven Bowens, and Paulina, Jackie Harry, begin to think that with EJ possibly stepping out of the picture, their family plans could move forward without such a dark shadow looming overhead. But peace in Salem is never easy. Julie's heartbreak and Maggie's wisdom. Julie, reeling from Doug's actions and Melinda's cruelty, turns to a trusted confidant, Maggie Horton, Suzanne Rogers. As two matriarchs who have seen it all, their quiet moment together is one of grace and sorrow. Julie feels betrayed, but also lost. She's not just grieving a stolen necklace, she's mourning the sense of unity and trust that once defined the Horton family. Maggie offers support and perspective, but even she knows that some wounds run deep. Amy's discovery and a broken adoption dream. While others are distracted by scandals and secrets, Amy, she-née Nielsen, uncovers troubling information about EJ's past. What she finds is disturbing enough to make her reconsider her entire future. She had been working closely with Chanel and Paulina on an adoption arrangement, one that would help them build their family. But with EJ's shadow now threatening that dream, Amy begins to back away. Chanel is devastated. After all the emotional investment, the paperwork, the tears and hopes, they may be forced to start over. Paulina, ever the fighter, won't go down without a battle, but she's also facing pressure from Johnny's family, who may not support the adoption if scandal continues to swirl around them. Final thoughts. When the past refuses to stay buried, Salem is a town where the past is never truly in the past. On March 26th, Days of Our Lives pulls back the curtain on deeply buried secrets, raw emotions, and impossible decisions. From Doug's aching guilt to Johnny's shattered sense of self, from Holly's impending heartbreak to EJ's unraveling legacy, every corner of Salem is bracing for impact. For fans who have been with these characters for decades, this week is not just about drama, it's about watching people we care about fight to find redemption, healing, and maybe, just maybe, a way forward. Because in Salem, even when it seems like everything is falling apart, there's always hope. Always.